Hello. Please excuse me, I am in my pyjamas. I was gonna have a nap, but I cannot nap because my brain won't shut the fuck up, so thought I might as well film a video. I look like shit because I can't be asked to put makeup on, and I'm ill, so you know, it's great. I swear I'm always ill here. Like, there's never a day at uni where I'm just like, I feel fabulous. I'm always ill. There we go. Beautiful. It looks less shit now. Today I'm going to be talking about what it was like having a hip replacement. I'm going to do this video in 3 parts because I'll do like pre-op, my stay in hospital, and then like the recovery phase. I'm not going to film this all today because I'm also, my glands are up as well, so I look really chubby around my neck and it's really annoying, but YOLO! This is part 1, so I'm going to talk about what it was like just before I had my hip replacement. I was told in November 2017 that I could have a hip replacement, and I was told they would do it early next year. It was not done early next year, I can tell you that now. I was very annoyed. Basically, as soon as they said they'd do it, I applied to uni, which is where I am now. I was waiting and waiting and waiting for a letter to come through with a date with my surgery, and basically it got to like, I think, February, about this time last year actually, and what did I do? I sent a passive aggressive email because that is how I do things, and I got a phone call from my consultant's secretary basically saying, so you have to have your hip done by Mr. Witt, my consultant, because obviously if it wasn't a complex case, then someone else could have done it, like someone from his team, because they have like registrars and stuff, but I had to be done by Mr. Witt because of my age and whatever was wrong with me. So I'd have to wait until the 19th of October, and I was like, excuse me, what did you just say? I then sent another passive aggressive email being like, bitch, what? Because I had obviously got into uni by then and was like, I won't be able to go if I need my surgery during the term. So I sent that, and I was like, look, you're ruining my mental health, because I was already a mess. I'm still a mess, but I was already a mess. And yeah, that happened, and then I got a cancellation. I don't actually know if it was a cancellation, but I basically was like, please give me something else. And then they were like, 19th of June, and I was like, I can do that, that's good for me. So yeah, so April 2018, I had my pre-op and I had to go to joint school. Sounds fun. It's not. I went into a ward and we went into like a seminar room. There were like 5 other patients there, all who were having hip replacements. Guess who was the youngest? The next oldest person, or the next youngest person, was like 50. They kept on thinking, because I took my mum with me, because my mum needed to know like what was going on. They kept on thinking my mum was having it, and I'm like, I'm on crutches, like, can you not tell? In joint school, they tell you like what you can and can't do, what to expect when you're on the ward, what to expect when you go home, how to manage your pain. When you have a hip replacement, you get hip precautions, which is what they tell you in joint school, because basically, depending on the incision you get, because you can have anterior, posterior, or whatever it's called on the side, I don't know what it's called. I had anterior, so it's on the front, so I didn't actually have to follow the hip precautions. I will explain this in a minute. If you have posterior, which is on your bum, or if you have it on your side, you've got to follow the precautions, which were no twisting, and then it's no bending beyond 90 degrees, and then there was another one. Don't know what it was because I can't remember and I didn't follow it. The only one I had to follow was the no bending past 90 degrees. You had to use a raised toilet seat. I didn't, because I'm small and our toilet was fine, because the whole no bending beyond 90 degrees thing also was like for sitting down and everything. So I had to sit on the sofa with like 3 cushions underneath me, so I was allowed to. But to be fair, once I got on the sofa, I just sort of laid down and went to sleep anyway. I slept so much. This is my scar. So this is the anterior approach, and it's minimally invasive. The only thing I had to be careful of is if I was kicking my leg back too far, because that's the way the ball of the hip replacement would come out. You also have to be careful of like dislocation, trips and falls. I've had a lot of those, but yes. Fun story. Oh, I've got so many fun stories to tell. You have to like make sure that your house is prepared for you. You can't have any like loose cables around. You shouldn't have your pets around. We weren't going to have Nellie at home, but then we did. She was fine. Absolutely fine. We had to wear slip-on shoes. We had to use like a picker, a grabber thing. You'd have to shower in an actual like shower cubicle or a wet room. You weren't allowed to like get in the bath or have a shower in a bath because you can't step over. I don't know, you'd fall over or something. So basically I ended up, I think, having a chair in the wet room. Another thing you have to be careful of, even after like the first 6 weeks of following hip precautions, you've still got another 6 weeks after that where you're still at risk of dislocation. And also your bone won't have like fully grown into the prosthetic, because basically, I don't know if you want to know this, they cut off the head of your femur, they drill a hole into your femur, and then they put in the titanium thingy. It's got like loads of like holes in it, so it's like porous, but it's not. Just your bone grows into it, so then yeah, that's a non-cemented one. I don't know how cemented ones work because I don't have one of those. So then after I'd been to joint school and they ran through all of this was like an hour, 2 hours long chat with like nurses and healthcare advisors, I think they're called. Oh, and physios. We spoke to some physios. We spoke to some physios. I then went to pre-op. I had a swab in my mouth and my nose, I think, to test for MRSA or something like that, just because you can catch it or give it to someone when you're on the ward. I had to have 2 blood tests, one to check for my blood type and one to check that I was okay, because I have problems with my thyroid. Sometimes it flares up, and if I was having a flare up then they wouldn't be able to do surgery or something, I don't know, but they had to check. I have to have it checked every 6 months anyway, so that was just helpful because I was due one anyway. Just a quick no, I am fine. It's not flared up in the last like year, so I don't think I've got a problem with it anymore, but who knows? My body hates me. They weighed me, they checked my height, and then I went into a room with a nurse and she had this like massive booklet that she went through. She was asking me like what medication I'm on. She was asking a lot of questions about my health and stuff, and then I had to be like, yes, I consent to this surgery. Obviously I had to do that again and like 3 other times when I actually had surgery, but I just consented to it then as well. She gave me information about needing to fast and stuff, which is shit. I actually hate that. So I was supposed to have a morning operation. Oh, you'll get this in the next video, but I'm going to say it again. I was supposed to have a morning operation. I didn't go in until like, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was fucking starving. I had to starve myself from midnight, and I was sat there like, They're like, you're 3rd on the list. I'm like, well, can I have something to eat, please? And they're like, no. So yeah, that's... So the nurse was like, do you have any questions? Blah, blah, blah. If not, bye. See you in 2 months when you come in for your surgery. And yeah, so I had 2 months to prepare myself for surgery. I think I stopped working in May just because I couldn't, because I'm a swimming teacher, so I'm like on my feet all the time. I still struggle now, to be fair, but that's because I've got other issues with my joints and my back, but oh well. In my next video, I am going to be talking about what happened when I was in hospital, what, if you're having a hip replacement, what to expect, how long I was in hospital for, because I did keep a little diary. It was very, very different to what I thought was going to happen. So yeah, look out for that. Follow my Instagram, follow my blog, Follow my Twitter if you want. I don't really post about YouTube on there, but I'm funny sometimes. Hopefully I won't be ill when I film my next video. I will post it when I'm better and not looking like shit. See you soon. Goodbye, friends.